Heyo, you're listening to Toasted Time, where I kick your time with some Reddit stories. Right now, you're being toasted with some r/best of Redditor updates, where I'll take you down the road of how being inconsiderate can break a relationship. Or maybe that was the lesbianism. But anywho, we've got My Girlfriend Has Princess Syndrome. Throwaway because my main can be connected to my girlfriend's blog. I have been with my girlfriend for about 5 years, and we've been casually friends since college, but only began dating after she graduated. We get along really well, and when I say princess syndrome, I don't mean that she is spoiled or entitled, because she isn't. Her clothes just seem to take over her life. She dresses sort of like a fairy tale princess on a near daily basis, including at work. Long, frilly skirts, lacy blouses, things like that. It works for her because she is very pretty and can pull it off. And at first, I found it to be very endearing, but then I became aware of how much time she spends on her outfits. She runs a blog that has a sizable amount of followers, and she is constantly posting outfit pictures, links to clothing items, and whatnot. She spends a few hours a day on her blog at least, and then she spends time sewing items for new outfits or for her Etsy store. When we go out, we get a lot of stares at what she's wearing. I've also caught people sneaking pictures of her on their cell phones. This attention makes me uncomfortable. I have asked her to tone it down a bit, but she took that to mean not wearing anything in her hair when we're out together. I have told her several times that I love her just the way she is, but she seems to brush it off. I had hoped when she started her new job in the career of her choice that she would become more serious. But her new boss and coworkers encourage her. And I worry that people won't take her seriously or miss how kind and intelligent she is. How can I talk to her about dressing more appropriately without hurting her feelings? And then there was a relevant comment down below that. Commenter says, "Sounds like you have to get over your insecurities. This is her hobby, her interest, and she's getting positive reactions. You shouldn't be trying to change her, especially when it was something that initially drew you to her." To which then Opie responds, "I guess I'm having trouble seeing clothing as a hobby. I play video games as a hobby, but that doesn't cause strangers to take pictures of me when I'm trying to shop at the supermarket. I get your point that it initially drew me to her, because it did. That is fair. I guess I didn't think that would be such a consistent thing in her life, especially after she graduated." To which the commenter then returns, "So, you love her just the way she is, but you're assuming she'll take that to mean that she should change how she is? That doesn't make sense. This is how she is. She enjoys dressing like this. Crap, she posts outfit photos online because she enjoys it so much. Other people encourage her because they do like how she is. If you don't like the attention, ask her sometime to go out with you just while she's wearing a casual outfit, but keep in mind that she already loves what she's normally wearing." To which Opie responded, "This is my problem. How do I tell her to dress more casually around me without her misinterpreting what I mean again and also not hurting her feelings? I can think of ways to say one half of that, but it doesn't work with the other half." To which a commenter then said, "If you love her the way she is, why do you want her to change? Just curious." To which Opie then responded to that, "She doesn't need all the frilly stuff. She'd still look like a princess. And it's one thing for an artsy college student to dress alternatively, but she's a 23-year-old woman now. I feel like her clothing masks how smart she is and makes her appear shallow." And then Opie continues, "Is it for attention? I do think it is an attention thing. She says she doesn't care about what people think about her, but she spends so much time on her blog, replying to comments and such. I kinda doubt it. She also has told me that she loves being approached by little girls while she's dressed up, which definitely makes me think it's about attention. She doesn't dress inappropriately by those standards. She is well groomed and doesn't show much skin, but is it appropriate to wear lacy dresses and flower crowns to the supermarket? Again, it attracts unnecessary attention. To which there was an update 11 days later. I didn't plan on updating, but things changed. I realized from my last post that I needed to be more supportive, but also communicate on how she could dress down on certain occasions so we can both be comfortable. Well, I never got a chance to talk to her about it. Last week, she called and wanted to stop by my apartment after work, and when she got there, I offered to make dinner, but she said she couldn't stay and we had to talk. I jokingly asked if she was breaking up with me, and she looked really guilty. You can see where this is going. We talked about how we were in different places in life and had different goals for the future. Well, she talked, but I agreed. It was a pretty amicable breakup, even though I felt blindsided. We agreed to stay friends, and I've never been dumped before, and it is freaking awful. I'm having trouble with the whole social media thing post-breakup. I want to keep in touch with her, but as soon as her relationship status changed, all these alternative-looking guys have been liking her posts and commenting on her pictures. I don't think she's seeing these guys, but it still hurts. My friend wants to set me up on a date, but I don't know if it's a good idea. And there was a relevant comment underneath that update. Commenter says, "Pickle is the head that wears the flowered lace crown. It was never going to work out. Anyway, you had some laughs and some good times. Enjoy that and move on." OP then responded to that comment. I understood some of her reasoning. Mainly, I wanted to move out of the city once my lease was up, and I wanted her to move in with me. I was worried about the long distance. She didn't want to leave the city though. And she also said something about me being controlling too, but I don't think that's the case at all. And then OP posted an update 9 years and 8 months later. I was going through an old email and found this account again, and I was surprised I could still log in, and even more by the amount of people who had reached out to me. It is a bit embarrassing to relive this breakup from almost 10 years ago. In retrospect, it wasn't meant to be, and I think I was reeling more from getting dumped than the loss of the relationship. I am 33 now and married to a wonderful woman for 4 years. I learned my lessons about supporting my significant other's hobbies. My wife loves running and baking, and we have a daughter who is turning 3 this year. I want her to be free to express herself how she likes, as long as it is safe, of course, and I would do anything for them. I am still friends with my ex on social media. We don't talk, but we'll like each other's posts. She is married to another woman now who also dresses differently. It's not as frilly as she used to dress, but still unusual. Her pictures look like something out of Anne and Green Gables, but she seems very happy on their farm together. TLDR, was dumb in my early 20s, got over an old breakup, and now I am married and happily supporting my wife's hobbies. Which someone below then posts a very good comment. From Cassed1. When I read the words princess syndrome, I assumed this post was gonna be about someone who is selfish, entitled, and expects the world to revolve around them. And in a way, it was. To which someone below that says, "He was the princess all along." To which someone below that who goes by Palantir says, "Love how the girlfriend sewing and styling elaborate outfits while also running a successful blog and an Etsy store didn't pass OP's stringent requirements for a hobby." Then he goes on to say that he plays video games, like it completely justifies his smug condescension. What a tool. Yeah, I was reading that bit and went, "You idiot. That's a hobby that's become a side hustle. The blogging and dressing up to go out doubles as advertising." I love video games. I play them myself, but there is something deeply funny about saying that this was cute in college, but now that they have graduated she should stop, and then turning around and saying that he plays video games. You know, the universally considered adult hobby. To which someone below that then says, and finishes it off quite beautifully, "I know, he sounded like a young man with his head up his A. I'm glad it seems like he grew up. Well, that is about it for those stories today. But if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe to become a fellow bread bag. But aside from that, of course, I hope to see you next time toasting session. But until then, have a good one.